everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellie if you've never been here before, and on this channel I upload whatever I want. That might be subbing content, that might be weekend vlogs, that might be cozy hobby vlogs, that might be bookish content. If any of that suits your fancy, then subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Today's video is going to be my 10th episode of my Tackling the TBR series, which is crazy to say. It's also going to be an exciting one. If you have missed my Tackling the TBR series in the past, then I will link the playlist up here. Specifically, the first episode is where I go into all of the details, all of the rules that I have for myself, my inspiration, and all of that. So go check that out if you're curious. But today's episode, I thought that I would let my best friend Ryan choose the 2 books that I'm going to read in this episode. So I'm going to FaceTime her. She has no idea that this is what she's doing. She knows I'm going to be calling her. Here's the thing. I do have 2 books on my physical TBR, specifically ones that have been listed in the Jellycat bag that I really want to read that are at the top of my TBR. I'm gonna say them here. I'm not going to fully say them to her. I might give a hint. I might be like, hey, there's that one right there. But I'm giving her full creative control. All right, those 2 books are Bad Blood, which is the final book. If I can get it out. Maybe let me put my phone down for a second. Bad Blood is the final book in the Natural series. I just finished Killer Instinct and All In my most recent episode, and I badly want to get to this one. I just want to close out the series. So there's this one. This is like at the top of my list, I think, which she just finished the Natural series like last month too. So I think that that might be one of her contenders because I know she wants me to read that. The other option is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Poston. I want to read this so badly. I really want her to pick this one because it is our book club's pick for our March book. It's our March book, but we won't be meeting until like mid-April, so it's okay if I haven't gotten to this yet. But she's also going to be reading this one, so I feel like this is one that she would pick. But in case she doesn't pick that one, I feel like she's gonna pick an Emily Henry, or she's just gonna go rogue and pick something I don't want to read. I don't think she's gonna do that though. So I really feel like she's gonna pick Bad Blood, which I'm hoping. But she might pick something else. I'm interested to see what her reaction is. Like if she was expecting it or if she wasn't. Okay guys, she's ready. I'm calling her. Welcome to my next episode of my Tackling the TBR series. In this video, it will be Bestie Chooses. So
yes. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
So I'm gonna show you the books that are in the Jellycat bag because unfortunately you will not be able to choose Iron Flame for me.
I don't get total choice here.
You don't get total choice, but you do get total choice of the ones that I've owned since July. So, I will show you.
Okay.
Also, I was gonna flip my camera, but it should be screen recording, so say hi.
Hi!
Subscribe to Ryan, her channel will be right here.
Oh my god, hi guys! It's an honor.
I was like, I can't wait to see her reaction to see if she knows what it is or anything about. Yeah.
I was trying really hard to like rack my brain to like figure out what it could have been. And I was thinking like, I was coming with these elaborate ideas and I was like, this doesn't even make sense anymore. Like that's not what it is. So no, I just, before you called me like nervous, I was like, oh my god.
Later I need to know what those ideas were. But, okay. I have a feeling I know what you're gonna pick already.
No.
But I'm gonna try really hard not to give you any hints of what I want because I feel like that's cheating.
Okay.
But I do.
Definitely don't want.
That's what I was telling them. I was like, she could do that, but I feel like she wouldn't.
No, I
Okay.
don't know.
So, obviously I've read these. So from this point on, I have read. So from this point on, I have not read Okay. And all of these, but you don't need to look at those. Just kidding. Those count too. But yes, all of these. I can take a step back if you can still see them. I don't know if that helps, but
yeah.
You can pick 2, by the way.
Okay, I was gonna ask.
You can pick 2.
What's that little series? What's that?
This?
Yeah, what are those?
This is the Chronicles of Narnia.
I know you were telling me how much you wanted to read that recently.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah. Oh my gosh, this is hard because, like, I mean, I don't want to be mean.
Guys, I don't know what she's gonna pick.
Huh?
I'm talking to the camera. I don't know what she's gonna pick.
Okay, this is a big decision now. So, like, okay, I think I'm ready with my first one.
Okay, what's your first one?
Okay, my first one is going to be, Happy Place.
Okay.
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 Oh, no, what?
No, that's fine.
I don't think it is.
The first one she picked is Happy Place. Okay. No, it's not bad. I want to read this. I do want to read this. Didn't know I was going to read it in March, but. Okay. Okay.
Can I talk through my thoughts?
Yes. Go ahead.
So, obviously I want to pick Bad Blood.
Okay.
I do. But I also know that you like to not be done yet.
Okay.
And you just read the other ones.
That is true.
So, like I know you would love to read it, but also, like, you just read those ones, and I know you kind of, you know, then it'll be done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess there's 12, but whatever. So I don't think I want to do that to you.
Okay.
Do that to you or do that for you. I don't know which way.
Okay.
I think I'm not going to pick Bad Blood.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue.
You were like, okay, you were supposed to not talk this much.
No, that's not what I said, but.
I feel like I'm missing something here.
I can't wait for you to see it.
See what?
See my video. Because before I called you, I was like, this is definitely what she's going to be picking, I think. And this wasn't in the cards, but it's okay.
Oh my gosh.
But continue. You can't pick Bad Blood now.
Right.
You've already said that. That was the first one, but it's okay.
Well, see, so that you had good reasoning behind it. Because I did. Oh my gosh, so what was the second one? Oh my gosh.
I mean, I can show you this again. Hold on. Let's just put this up here for now. But I don't want you to pick.
You're not going to tell me, but, like, was it Emily Henry?
Actually, I said if it's not these 2 books, she's going to pick an Emily Henry. Okay. So I knew Emily Henry was in there.
Should I pick something bad? Not bad, not bad.
Yeah, out of all of these options.
This is my best friend, right?
I might just not post the video.
I'm kind of thinking something that's, like, really out there.
Okay.
Did I?
It's up to you.
I'm gonna do it. It's not that out there. Okay. My second draft, is gonna be the first Harry Potter book.
Oh my gosh. Wait, guys, look at my copy. It's like half eaten. And someone took a ballpoint pen and went ham on the front. I got this at Goodwill, I think.
Don't let her fool you. That was her.
Or I think it was like in a Little Free Library or something like that. Are you kidding me? This is insane. Neither of these were on the list, on the ballot, but.
Did you think I was gonna pick something not?
You want to know what the other book was?
Yeah.
The book club book.
Okay, well, I didn't think that because
I thought you were gonna make it easier for me, but it's okay. It's okay.
I should have asked them.
We aren't meeting for a while, so it's fine.
Yeah, you don't have to read till April.
And I've been binging books the past week. the past week, maybe not all of March, but thank you for your input.
Input, final decision.
Yeah, thank you for your decision, for your choices.
Giving us ideas, the council will decide.
I'm hoping to read these very quickly, but every time I say that, it takes me months, so.
And come a couple days from now, you have something else that's more important to read.
That is so true, which actually I checked the tracking. My copy's gonna be here the 19th.
Mine too.
Same day, okay.
Bye, besties. I'm so honored to be here again. I was scared, though, I have to tell you that, because I just had no idea what to expect.
I'm gonna do one of these with Ryan, and I know he's gonna pick the worst ones. So.
I mean, I debated that, so I'm glad that I didn't, and I'll leave that up to him.
Honestly, this is exciting. I'm gonna be reading Harry Potter for the first time in my life.
I think that's exciting.
So, all right, first update of the video. I am currently 50 pages into Happy Place. I am on chapter 6, and I just have to say, I'm loving this so far, and I'm so glad that Ryan forced me to pick this up and read it. I am reading the physical copy, which it feels weird because this book feels huge. Like, I have a pretty big head, and look at this. I think it's just the way that the UK version of the book is. This is a regular size, like, US paperback, one of Emily Henry's. This is the UK one. Hello? So reading this one feels so much bigger. While I was reading it, I was like, I don't know. But I will say it has some good flop to it. So you're able to like actually read, even if you're only on page like 50. I started reading this today. I'm gonna continue reading tonight. I'm hoping to read for at least like 2 more hours tonight. So I'm just saying right now, this is literally one of my 5-star predictions. And right now I'm only 50 pages in, but I don't have a reason to not rate it 50. What? I don't have a reason to not rate it 5 stars so far. So Emily Henry's writing is so good. This is also one of those cases where I feel like I can picture everything, and I love that. Shout out to Emily Henry, because not very many people can make my brain actually work when I'm reading. I was gonna come in and set my tripod up and get my camera all ready, but I just wanna read. So I'm gonna do a quick little update. I'm on page 150. It's so good. I am obsessed. Ryan, thank you so much for picking this book. It's so good. I said this in my Goodreads like update, but I did not know how much I was missing Emily Henry's writing in my life. I haven't read an Emily Henry since whenever I read Book Lovers. I don't even know when that was, but it was a while ago. So I'm just obsessed, and it's making me like think about how good the other Emily Henrys are on my shelf. I'm nervous though, because I almost wish I read like Beach Read and People We Meet on Vacation before this one, but at the same time I'm not like sad at all, because I'm eating this up. I read so much today. I'm gonna continue reading right now. Emily Henry is just so good at writing characters that just have so many layers. Like, I mean, in this book there's a whole friend group, so there's a lot of people, but it's not hard to keep track of who's who and like what role everybody plays, because Emily Henry does such a good job of giving you a lot of details and a lot of like insight into their lives. And I don't relate to Harriet 100%, which Harriet is the main character if you haven't read Happy Place. I don't relate to her 100%, but I do relate to her in a lot of ways, and in a lot of the things that she thinks or goes about things. I like paper clipped it because I didn't have like a sticky note or anything at the time, but on page 132, she's talking with one of her friends, Cleo, about how cool it is, I guess, that Cleo was raised to have really good boundaries for herself. And so she carried that with her into like adulthood, and she like talks about how like she doesn't even go to a baby shower if she doesn't want to go. And Harriet, the main character, is like telling a story about how she went to her new hairdresser's daughter's bat mitzvah. And Cleo says, "Oh, Harry, you deserve to honor yourself." And then like Harriet being Harriet just kind of like jokes it off. She's like, "Well, I toasted myself at the bat mitzvah." And then this next part, she grins, but her brow remains lifted skeptically. "I don't think she's ever totally understood why I find it easier to fulfill other people's expectations than to set my own." That one punctured. That punctured something in my heart. It really did. It really did. My chronic people pleasers with no personal boundaries agree with me. Here with another update. I'm on page 296, chapter 30. I have about 80-ish pages to go. I don't want it to end. I really don't want it to end. I want to get to the good part, which yes, I've read this much and it's not at the good part yet. I want to get to the good part, but I also never want to stop reading this book for the rest of my life. I want this to be the book that I'm reading for the rest of my life. I want to erase my memory and restart 1,000,000 times over, okay? So if that's just a good indicator of how it's going, then yeah. I have tabs. I pulled out my tabs. I'm not necessarily annotating, but I am like bookmarking spots that I don't want to forget. I don't want to share all the quotes in case you haven't read them, because I feel like sometimes quotes can be spoilers, but I will share one because I've seen it everywhere, so I'm like, okay, you've probably seen it too. "In every universe, it's you for me, even if it's not me for you." We just had our first 75-degree day outside, and I laid outside and I finished Happy Place. So I'm here to just kind of update you guys because it's been a while since I updated. I honestly don't even know. I feel like I just kept checking in rather than like getting footage of me reading this, but oh, I always save my thoughts for the end, but this is so good. It's so good. Yeah, there was a part near the end where I actually cried. Like, I read through tears. And I don't know if it was coming from like a place of like, this book is so good, or if it was coming from a place of I just felt so deeply, like I deeply resonated with what was going on, or if it was a combination. It was probably both. It was a combination of just my feelings, especially in the moment, and how good the book is. I literally was like trying to read through my tears, and that's not really something that happens with me. I don't know if that's ever happened. So this was so good. I just don't know how I'm gonna go into the next book. So thank you to my bestie Ryan for picking this, because it was so good. Like, I'm like scared to pick up another Emily Henry because I just like, I don't know if it's gonna like live up to this. So, and now I have to start Harry Potter. I can't believe I'm gonna start Harry Potter either. I kind of showed you this, but look at my busted up copy. Like, I got this in a little free library, I think. I know I would not buy this like this. I think I got it in a little free library. Honestly, if I like Harry Potter, which I think I will, if I like it, I'll probably redonate this and purchase a copy off of pangobooks. I'll probably actually get a hardcover because I do own the 6th and 7th books in hardcover. And so I do kind of want to get that same edition, which I actually kind of want to go get those books just so I can show you. The reason why I have the 6th and 7th editions are because I found them at Goodwill, but they are both actually in like pretty good condition. I mean, I haven't really inspected them, but I mean, the dust jacket, especially on this one, is like really good. Natural wear and tear. The only thing is like there's a little bit of like staining on the pages, but yeah. I have this 6th one, which is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and then I also have the 7th one, which is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. And this one, the edges, it's kind of the opposite. The edges are like pretty clean, but the dust jacket is a little bent. But this is like just normal wear and tear from reading it. So how many books are there in the series? I kind of want to look up. These things are heavy, okay? They are so heavy. This is probably going to be a series that I read on my Kindle, if I'm being honest, which actually Harry Potter came already to Libby. The problem is my Kindle isn't coming in until Monday, so I don't know, maybe I'll start reading it physically And then, I don't know when my Kindle comes in. I could also read it on my old Kindle. I kind of want to see how fast I can read this, but this copy is just so bad. Like, it's in really bad shape. But okay, so the next one is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, but I need to look up if I can find copies on pangobooks. Hi guys. I'm here eating some leftovers from yesterday. It's leftover pad thai. I just warmed it up. You can probably see the steam. But I have been stalling all day to read because my Kindle is supposed to come in today. And I'm certain that it is going to come in today. But when? I don't know. It's been in my area. It's been out for delivery actually since 9 a.m. And now just waiting for it to get to my house. But I am hungry and I do want to do some reading rather than like watching videos while I eat. So the whole reason why I've been stalling to read is because I want my first of all, I'm tired of reading on this super old Kindle. Second, I think it'd be cool if my first book on my Kindle was Harry Potter, which let me actually check my progress. I'm only on page 8. So like I'm barely through Harry Potter, like at all. It would be nice for like my first book to be on my Kindle, but I'm getting tired of waiting. So I'm just gonna keep reading, and I'm not gonna finish Harry Potter today. So I know I will get to continue Harry Potter on my new Kindle at some point tonight or tomorrow. But I've literally been stalling so much that I deep cleaned the house. I just took a shower. Ryan and I are gonna be working on our garden later today, and I just wanna read. I want to continue so I don't lose the momentum of reading. So yeah, I'm gonna sit here. I'm going to eat my leftovers. I'm going to read on this old Kindle, and I'll keep you updated with my thoughts. But because I'm only 8 pages into it, I feel like I don't have a lot of thoughts right now. So we'll see. I know it'll pick up. Isn't that like a popular Harry Potter character too? Voldemort. I'm reading some very popular names here. Update. I am now on page 19, which is the beginning of chapter 2. So I just finished chapter 1, and I will say I do have a quick update. I think the first chapter was totally just like the setup and everything, and now we're gonna dive deep into the story. I liked the first chapter. I liked how it was just kind of like mysterious until it was all like explained in the end. It was like a way of opening and explaining everything without just explaining everything, so I liked that. But also, I know that the Harry Potter series is written for like kids, but it's not reading that way. Like, it's not reading older. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not reading as if like it's meant for older people. It just kind of is written in a way that could be read by anybody, and I like that. I don't feel like I'm reading like something for children, but I also don't feel like I'm reading something for like grown adults. I don't know. I'm liking it so far. I'm gonna keep reading. I think Ryan's almost home, so I probably won't be reading for that much longer, but I just did wanna give a little quick update. Hi guys, I don't remember the last time that I updated you, but I'm here with a snack. I'm having some ranch veggie straws. My Kindle also came in, and I have been binging Harry Potter. So I'm on chapter 8 and I'm on page 140. I have 13 minutes left in, well, I'm on page 140 and I have 3 hours and 41 minutes left in the book. The chapter that I just finished was the Sorting Hat chapter. So if you have never read Harry Potter, I'm not gonna like say like where have you been, because obviously me too. I'm reading it for the first time at 24 years old. But if you know anything about Harry Potter, you know that at Hogwarts there's 4 different houses, and Harry was just sorted into his house and just spent his first night in his dorm, I guess. And that's basically it. So it's been fun to just see like the meaning behind all of the names. Like I know a lot of the characters' names. I knew like the name Hedwig, like I knew that belonged to somebody. Didn't know until I read it, obviously, who that name belongs to. The professors' names, I knew about things like Quidditch, but didn't know what it was. 9 3/4, also didn't know what that was. So like, it's fun to just get a glimpse into all of that. And I don't know if I've told you guys in this video, but I literally know nothing about Harry Potter. Like I know the premise. I know it's a young boy who goes to a wizard school called Hogwarts. And I knew about a lot of the characters' names, but I have no idea who they are or what they do. I know nothing about the plot. I just know like quotes or like names. I literally have somehow avoided all things Harry Potter. I'm glad that I'm finally getting into it though. In the car ride, I was like just binging it while Ryan was taking a load to the dump. And he was like, you're gonna become like a Harry Potter stan, aren't you? And I said, oh yeah. Like, I'm gonna be getting merch and things like that. So yeah, I'm really, really loving it. And I don't know, Ryan picked another good one. She picked 2 good ones in this video. So I have to thank her for finally making me read Harry Potter, because I'm so excited to just watch the movies. I'm gonna watch the movies after I read each book, so I'm gonna need to just keeping up with reading the series. And I feel like the movies will be a good motivation for that. But anyways, I'm gonna read for a little bit more here. It's 4 p.m. Ryan and I will probably have dinner somewhat soon, and I'm gonna keep enjoying reading Harry Potter. I don't have any idea of the plot, as I've mentioned, so I'm hoping this isn't a spoiler, but currently Harry, Hermione, and Ron think that Professor Snape is up to something, and Hermione's like, no, he wouldn't. I know he's not very nice, but he wouldn't try and blah, 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 blah. And Ron's response to her, honestly, Hermione, you think all teachers are saints or something. And it's just so funny. Like, I'm loving it. Like, they're just kids, but they're not annoying, you know? They're just kids, and it's so funny. Like, I just think it's weird that I'm enjoying a book as an adult that is meant for kids, but I'm so glad that I'm enjoying it, because it's just a fun time. Like, it is so, it's not necessarily low stakes, because it's not the plot isn't low stakes, but the reading is so low stakes, if that makes sense. Like, it's just going so well, but there's not a lot writing on the book. Like, I just know that it's very popular for a reason, and I just know that I'm going to like the series as a whole. So continuing isn't giving me like, oh, am I gonna like it? Am I gonna hate it? Are people gonna be disappointed in me? Not that we read to impress other people or make other people proud, but sometimes those thoughts do come into my mind while I'm reading, where I'm like, oh, this is such a popular book. Like, if I don't like it, some people are gonna be upset. And in the end, it really doesn't matter. But with this book, I'm not having any of those feelings. Like, it's like I already know that I'm gonna love the series as a whole. Like, all of Harry Potter is just gonna be good, just because we're gonna see these characters grow up, or I'm going to. Everyone else already did, but I'm just gonna get to see these characters grow up and just see their friendship grow. But also, there's like a element of found family, just because Harry came from like nothing, and so it's just, I'm loving it. But also just like learning all about the magic system and Hogwarts and everything is so easy because it's intended for kids, but it's also so engaging at the same time. So I'm having a great time. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna read, but I'm just sitting here soaking up all of it, because when it's over, I'm still gonna have the following books, but I'll never read Harry Potter for the first time, you know? I've been listening to a like Hogwarts ambiance, but I'm now on chapter 12. I have exactly 2 hours and 29 minutes left in the book, and I'm also at exactly 60% of the way through. I'm on page 208. It's getting so good. I mean, it already was good, but it's getting really, really good. It's so good, guys. If you haven't read Harry Potter, I recommend. Hi guys, it's been, I don't know the last time I updated you guys. I think it was yesterday. Now my neighbor's starting to mow the lawn right when I clicked record. Wait, it kind of sounds like a motorcycle. Hold on. I have been eating this book up that I totally forgot that I'm supposed to be vlogging my experience. So I am on page 317 out of 333. So I literally have like it says 32 minutes left in the book. I have 16 minutes left in this current chapter. Ryan and I's dinner is almost done. Plot twist of the century. Like, honestly, this plot twist, like I said, those of you guys that have read Harry Potter, which is probably most of you, you're probably like, how do you not know anything? But I have somehow avoided most spoilers. Like, plot twist of the century. I'm not gonna say anything about what was the plot twist, because obviously I don't want to spoil anything, but it's enough for me to bump my rating from like a 4, 4.5 to a 5. Because kid me, if I read this as a child, I think it would have like changed me. I think the plot twist would have like done something to me. I don't know, in a positive way or a negative way, but it really did. It really did do something for me. Like, I can't believe it. As you know, I'm at the very end of the book. I'm gonna finish it today, but it's so good. You guys, I finished Harry Potter. I was planning on getting my reaction to the last like chapter, but I didn't realize that the last chapter was actually the first chapter in the second book. So I'm gonna need to put a hold on that immediately. I have so much to read in April, I don't even know where to begin. But it's time to close out this video. I need to get my bearings and figure out ratings and stuff like that, and then I'm gonna close out this video. All right, guys, we have reached the end of this Talking with TBR episode, Bestie Chooses edition. And Bestie chose 2 5-star reads. So let's get into them. These are the 2 books that I read in this episode. The first book that I read was Happy Place by Emily Henry. This is the UK edition. And I love this book. I mean, like I just said, I rated both books 5 stars. But this just changed me, and it's just making me really want to pick up another Emily Henry, but also save them because there's not like a ton. And now, like, I was kind of interested in her like new release that's coming out this summer, A Great Big Beautiful Life, but even more so now I'm like just really interested in it, and I just feel like I need to read a couple more Emily Henrys by the time that day comes. But this was so good. I rated it 5 stars, as I mentioned like 3 times already. I didn't leave like an extensive Goodreads review, but I know that I put something like, I said, if you read this and hated it, it's because you don't know what it is to be a true people pleaser. I'm now afraid to pick up another Emily Henry because I fear it just won't hold up. And that is exactly how I feel. Obviously, I'm the one that put the review, but this is speaking to the people pleasers. And just like I've said this throughout this video, but Emily Henry, just specifically in this book, she wrote fully fleshed out characters, which is hard to do when you have so many characters. I feel like she did that so well within the friend group in this book, like in a way that doesn't make you feel like you're keeping track of all these people. These people just exist and you know them so well. And I love it. I love the friendships. I love Harriet and Wynn's relationship. And I think that I've seen some people say that this is like miscommunication and that's why they don't like it, which I don't like miscommunication in books when it's not done well. I would say this could maybe fall under miscommunication, but I think it was done in a way that just made sense, I guess. If you're someone that really struggles with people pleasing, but also just anxiety in general and trying to make everybody happy, then this is the book for you. And I feel like you will really resonate with the miscommunication, I guess. So anyways, this is not an unhaul. This is being kept forever and ever and ever on my shelves. I might even get the US version because it will match all my other editions of Emily Henry, but this was just too good. The second book I read in this video was Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This is the paperback version that I own, but I actually read it on my Kindle that's sitting on my nightstand. And it was actually special because it's my first book that I read on my Kindle, so that's very exciting. But I had a great time reading this. Throughout like the whole time I was having a good time. There was never a dull moment in this book or a moment where I was like, I'm not liking it. It wasn't super, what's the word? It wasn't like wowing me at first, but I was really enjoying it. So I was leaning more towards like a 4-star, 4.5. I did like take into account that it was written for children. So like how much can it really wow me as an adult? However, it wasn't necessarily the ending, but near the end, it was just like, it wowed me, okay? It wowed me. I already kind of talked about it like in the moment, but it was enough to raise my rating to a 5-star because this is an amazing children's book and I'm so excited to read and continue on in the series. I only own the 6th and the 7th physically after this one, so I have 4 more books to read until I'm able to read them physically, but I kind of feel like I'm gonna read them all on my Kindle because why not? But I'm gonna collect the hardcovers as like a whole series. So that kind of leads into my thoughts with this copy. It is really just terrible. There's a lot of damage going on. Like there's just a lot of sun damage. The pages are really stiff. The spine is like, it's holding together, but like barely. It is broken. There's like ink. So this is just not the copy that I want. I also didn't even read it. So like I have no value to this. And I think I got it out of a Little Free Library and that is where it will probably return. Stay tuned for a Little Free Library unhaul. Hopefully maybe this month because this has to go. This has to go. Anyways, but I am on the hunt for books 1 through 5 and 8, because there's 8 books, right? I'm looking for all of those books in the hardcover edition, so that way I can start my Harry Potter collection, because it was so good, just so well-rounded. It was so magical, but like easy to understand because it was written for kids, and I just had a really good time. So that was all for this episode, and I should just have Ryan pick my reads more often because she did such a great job. Like 2 5 stars. Also, I don't think she realized this, but HP, did she do that on purpose? I don't think so. But anyways, let's wrap up this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you like me, then subscribe. I greatly appreciate it, and I'd love to have you around. If you haven't already, comment. Let me know if you've read either of these. I feel pretty late to the game, so you've probably read both. What you thought, let's chat about it, let's be friends, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!